Hey, all, just really quick. Want to take a quick second. This is Tyler, Agent Strauss or Levi Stafford, and just say, hey, thanks for listening. Also, it would really help us out if you wanted to follow us on our Instagram at Chaos Engine Pod. There's more people there, kind of helps us out. And along the same lines, if you want to help us out, whatever you're listening on, Podcast Addict, iTunes, or what is it, Apple Music Now, Amazon, whatever you got. Look us up on there, review us, give us that 5-star rating. That really helps us out. I mean, we're just a couple of nerds who like doing this for fun, but that doesn't mean we don't want more people to see it. And the more people that see it, the more people that like it. Maybe we can make a little more, maybe another podcast, maybe just make this one even better equipment. Who knows? But you know what you should do either way. Tell a friend about us, especially if you like Delta Green. Maybe you can start your own game. Again, just want to say thanks. Follow us on Instagram, Chaos Engine Pod. Rate, review. Maybe follow me on Instagram. I'm at Pictures of My Dumb Cat. Bye.
The agents found the other Delta Green team. They were posing as a publication of some sorts following the rodeo, but 2 of the members followed Strauss. Well, could have been more, who knows. They followed Strauss into the Fred Meyer, whereupon he called Reflex and Agnes for backup. It's my understanding that they had a chat in the back room that left both sides walking away for the time being. Before that went down, Agnes and Reflex were able to discover that whoever was working at Melissa Beck's shop was logged into Laura Rustin's Facebook account. They were also able to find another Laura Rustin account under a different name, and they confirmed the tattoo. Laura Rustin is our killer. Agent Duffy hung around and watched her leave, go to lunch, and broke into the shop and discovered the same thing. We got her. We just need to figure out where she is and why. Why did she do this? It's my understanding that Reflex and Agnes are going to a book club tonight. It sounds like Duffy and Strauss are hanging back. End of recorded 11.
Jake, I heard you have a topic that you want to talk about today. I'll let mine go second for the next episode. I'll save it for the next episode.
On the spot.
So I stopped by home today. Before this, check my mail. For the first time in my little life, I have jury duty.
Dude, I got some in about a month and a half ago.
Oh, maybe it's the same one.
No, you're probably Pierce Count. Oh, no, you guys are King. That's right.
Oh, yeah, it would have been.
Yeah, we're like neighbors. Yeah.
Well, at least the address that it went to, we'd be neighbors. I didn't change it with the court, but it's still King County.
So everything I'm about to say is completely fictional. You don't have to go. You can just say you lost it.
Okay. This is the topic that I wanted to talk about.
And by the way, completely fictional. This never happened to me. But yeah, theoretically, you can just you just say you never received it. There's no 3-way handshake. There's no acknowledgement
you don't
that they
sign
know.
off for it when it gets in your mail.
Yeah.
You could say like someone took your mail that
Exactly.
day.
There's no acknowledgement, which means
you
never got it.
I am not going to say what I'm going to say, so you have plausible deniability.
Okay.
What we should not be recording this. Apparently, Google says that.
Well, I'll tell you this.
I gotta go.
I did the thing it tells you to do and signed up with King County and all things. And it was like, okay, we're going to contact you by this day.
Yeah.
If you don't get a phone call or an email,
then you're not the one.
Then you're off the hook. And yeah, I was off the hook.
Yeah. Well,
nice.
If there is a police officer involved in this criminal matter, I don't know, and they check my old Twitter, they will probably not select.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. They usually do some sort of a.
Yeah, I mean,
like I
don't know. I'm private on Twitter, so
Yeah.
I got called for jury duty when I was like 18.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I had to go to the Kent courthouse and like sit in this room with all these other chuds And then I did that for about a day, and then I'm like, hey, look, I have a job and college and all this other stuff. Like, I can't just sit here and get paid like $10 for the day for sitting here. Like, I need to make money. And they excused it, and we were good.
Nice.
Well,
And
it
then-
says if it's an undue burden, then don't go.
And then I got a second time. I remember my dad got really pissed because my dad wanted to do jury duty more than anything because that's what you do as an American.
I want to serve my
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it
civic
sounds kind of
duty.
fun. Yeah.
I don't.
Like,
Fuck that
I want to
shit.
judge.
Like part of it could be cool, but I was just like, I'm just not bored enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So so I got it twice before my dad even got
That's insane.
one thing. And I remember I was over in Ellensburg when I got the second one.
Did it go to your dad's house? Like over
Yeah, I
here?
went to my parents' house.
Oh.
And so I'm like, hey, like I'm in a different county. Like I'm on the other side of the state. And they excused it. They were good. It was good. But
Yeah.
and the last time I couldn't get out of it. I had got called to.
The last time
I got
What?
3 goddamn
Holy
summons.
shit.
Jesus.
I've been wanting to do it, and I've never.
It was like within my. It was. I think the last time I got one was like 30. I was
Wow.
37 or 38.
You should have a good record.
I guess. So I get called. I have to go to the Armory in Tacoma and sit there for the entire goddamn day while they're selecting these people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, don't fucking pick me. Just don't fucking pick me. Like, just let me get out of this shit. First day, make it by. Totally fine. Second day, like half the people there. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm screwed. I'm fucking screwed. And so I get my number selected. I'm like, fuck. And then we're sitting there and like they just pled out or whatever it was. So I didn't have to do the case. So like, all right, cool, you're good. You get to go home. I'm like, yes. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm excited because I want to watch that show Jury Duty
Okay.
on Amazon. I don't know if you guys.
I've heard. Is this the one where it's?
heard about. I've heard. I don't. I literally only know that it's a fake jury show.
Okay, so okay, then this is the one I'm thinking of, and I don't know anything other than this, and I'm super interested. It's a fake jury duty show,
Right.
reality TV show.
We're like,
Except,
yeah,
like one guy thinks it's real.
thinks it's real.
That sounds so
Everybody
good.
else is an
What?
actor. Yeah, and I'm like, I'm very much.
You're
into,
hoping
like,
that happens to you?
I would. It's my dream.
It's my
A Truman Show.
that's just tabletop in real life.
Exactly. Any sort of grand scheme. Well, unless like a Ponzi scheme. Any sort of grand game or like large,
Just like-
any sort of large scale. Like we're all in on this.
Pull
but
the
like,
puppet strings on your life.
dude.
Okay.
yeah, get me in.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
Yeah.
Amazon, if you're listening, I'll
Yeah,
fucking,
I
I'll
got
do it.
twice. Yeah, so
Wow.
that's my 3 jury duties that I've ever got summoned. I think my dad finally got summoned, but it didn't. He didn't have. I think by then maybe he didn't want to do it. I don't remember. I remember he was like livid when I got my second one. He's like, "This is bullshit. I even got one." I was like, "You can go with me, Dad. I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
I don't give it.
You
Like,
can tell him you're me.
I don't want to do this shit."
Yeah.
I only got summoned one time, and it was in the period where we moved from Kent to Bellevue. So it was,
Oh, yeah.
but the thing is that the letter must have gotten lost for like 2 weeks because there's like 3 different forwarding
Totally.
stickers on it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure, totally, wink, wink. But no, that's actually what happened. And like the letter was all like
We didn't burn
like,
it or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the letter itself was like the envelope was like torn, and like I didn't. There was like the contact info was missing, and I was just like,
Whoa.
I don't think I got this. And it was
Allegedly.
like a post.
Yeah.
It was also like 2 weeks past when I was supposed to like
Oh,
check
yeah.
in. So I was like,
Oh.
no, I don't care. At
There's a
this
warrant
point.
out for your arrest, but that's
Yeah.
fine.
So that's what I was gonna say. They contact like the fucking U.S. Marshal. If like, I think it's if it's like an egregious fucking like.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
If
like,
you send back
it's
like a
just fucking
postcard of yourself
insane.
flipping the bird,
Yeah,
and
like-
you don't show up.
I
what if
remember
people are just it gets lost or like
Yeah.
they're fucking
Just
busy. Like
If
I
you get
can't
3 of them,
drop-
I feel a little risky about saying like missing the third. Like, all right, we send you
Yeah.
3 and none of them reached you.
Exactly.
So like, that's a little risky.
I've
but like,
moved like 7 times.
the other
like,
thing is, you
check.
can just go in there and just be the most undesirable person.
That was my plan.
Full tie dye. Like,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
love guns.
Yeah,
Shooting them.
I don't believe in driver's licenses.
Yeah.
that was always like
Sovereign citizen.
sovereign citizen.
I'm only
Oh,
here to
man.
tell you about my rights.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can. I'm pretty sure they'd be like, no, we're not picking that guy.
Nah, not him.
Income tax is
Just go in there
illegal.
and go, hey, do you guys know about jury nullification? They'll just cut you right out.
Oh, shit. Not
Yeah.
this one. Actually, they're like this guy.
I remember my buddy got grand jury duty, and like you can't get out of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like he
That's-
was in college, and they're like, "Cool, when you're done graduating, if the case hasn't started by then, you're here."
Damn.
That's so cool to me.
That's cool.
So
yeah.
I think he ended up. I think he.
I would do that.
I think they pled down or something like that. But
That's weird that they select the jury and then they immediately plea. Like, I feel like they
Yeah.
would do the plea before the
yeah,
jury.
I don't remember what
that
mine.
way they
but
don't
it
have to
was
go through
just-
all that.
Yeah, it was a
Well,
weird thing. But
I mean, sometimes I'm sure somebody gets like, they're like, yeah, I want to I want to fight this, and then
Yeah.
the prosecution starts throwing out evidence,
Yeah.
and they're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
never mind.
Never mind. I'm
The
totally
weirdest
out.
shit
that
was
deal.
like
I totally did it.
they.
Well, no, you're taking a plea because you're saying maybe I didn't do it, but
yeah.
you're not
but I'll
finding
pay
me
anyways.
guilty.
Gotcha.
Like-
Interesting.
So we're sitting here in this fucking armory, and then they would select the people. They would come up there, basically. This judge would like waddle onto the stage, and then tell you about the fucking case. And then be like, this is the case that you might get selected for. And then like tell you all the stuff like, the defendant blah, 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 hit blah, blah, blah with their car and blah, 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 blah. They believe,
Allegedly.
yeah, exactly. Like all, whatever. But
Yeah.
it's like, what the fuck are you like, why are you telling me? I don't care. Like, wait till you're in the goddamn courtroom. Like,
What
what are
the
you just
hell?
like, oh yeah, I want that domestic violence one. Yeah, that's what I need. Like, I don't want to hear all these fucked up things.
yeah.
Like,
Oh,
that's
yeah, I
the
guess
that's my
true.
biggest thing
Yeah.
about jury duty is like I don't want to have to sit there and have to hear like the depravity of humanity
Yeah, dude.
in these cases.
That's
That's
rough.
just like
Not necessarily that I want to hear the depravity of humanity, but I mean, it's happening. The
Right.
world is a terrible,
Yeah.
awful place. And we have set this system up where a jury of your peers ultimately gets to decide whether you are found guilty or not guilty. And I think that's
You're
to
like,
me,
I
I'm
want
like, ooh,
in.
yeah, I want in. That sounds fucking cool. But
No,
yeah,
I'm kind of right there with you. Like, I'm a little sad I didn't get picked.
Yeah.
I just want to experience it.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to
exactly.
be like a fucking something fucking stupid that
Yeah.
is
Exactly,
completely ultimately
Like petty
inconsequential,
theft.
and I'm going to be like,
jaywalk.
I'm going to be like, wow, this person's only here because they're broke or
yeah.
they're
Yeah.
a person of color.
that's
or,
exactly what. Yeah.
yeah.
This person was stealing $75 from Walmart.
Yeah, I mean,
And if
We're
that's the
putting him in
case,
jail for 6 years.
if that's the case, you know where I
It's- I
stand. I'm
it's not even
fucking-
going to be like a
Yeah,
fun
yeah, yeah.
case. It's going to be like that. It's going to be like, you're accused of stealing. It's like, no, I didn't do
exactly.
it. Well,
Yeah.
here's the video evidence. Like, oh, case
Here's
closed.
you looking at
Yeah.
the camera and waving at.
Now I got to be here for another 2 days while I argue.
Yeah.
Some white collar crime that goes way over your head. Like they changed the numbers and the
Yeah,
Excel sheet
So-
wasn't saved, and then
That's what I'm trying to get juiced up and live my own personal courtroom drama.
Okay.
yeah, that would be nice.
Phoenix
I'd
Wright.
like
Just
that.
play some
I
Phoenix
just-
Wright.
I could just see Jake. They're just like objection.
Yeah.
Sir, the
Sit
jury doesn't
down.
talk.
I'd love to have
Juror
a-
number 4, if you do not stop, you will be removed.
I'm just looking in his eyes. He's not trustworthy.
I know that man.
Like Jake wears a suit into jury duty.
Yo, that'd be amazing. Yeah, I'd like to
Pop
see
a
that.
briefcase up
We'd
there.
love to see that.
Like my hair's gelled over.
That'd be great.
So you guys went back to the hotel room, talked with West, and it was decided that Agnes and Reflux are going to be going to the book club
Yep.
Yeah.
to meet up with Marissa Crest and her potential allies.
That's right. Now I remember.
And Duffy and Strauss are just going to hang out and watch River Monsters.
Hey, River Monsters. Yeah, see
Hell
where
yeah,
see where Agent West sat. You know,
Yeah.
pop right
You
into
want to
that
get a
episode.
sandwich?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, see where she's at.
Yeah.
Man, there's only so many seasons. He caught everything.
Yeah,
so.
he did. And this
gotta
is
watch
what
this
this
shit.
is
I know, I'm
present
really-
day.
I'm
It's all still
pumped.
reruns. It's actually
2019.
really
Yeah, and I think it is. So it's the night of the third day, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, let me see. I know I have it written
So,
down somewhere.
The Majora's Mask style
Mm-hmm.
time tracking is
It's the night of August 30th.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
first
Spooky.
day of the roadie.
Yes.
Just one.
yeah. Man, another Disney movie reference. Do you guys remember My Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire? Where they go to the fucking Harvest Festival?
Yeah.
That's what this rodeo
I
feels
thought you were talking
like.
about Lost Boys.
Yeah.
So.
That's not the
yeah,
only
see-
vampire movie ever made.
But that's the one where she's dating a vampire. Spoiler alert for the end, but
No, but they don't go to a rockabilly concert.
but there's sexy sax guy.
Okay.
There is.
I've never seen it.
You never?
Yeah, me neither.
Oh.
Man, there's a
I've
dude,
not.
the shirtless guy playing the sax. Like,
Yeah.
I want to believe.
Is that what that gif is
Yeah,
from?
yeah,
Really?
That's it.
Maybe I should watch it.
He's wearing like leather pants and everything.
I think
Yeah.
he's a vampire too.
Yeah, he is.
I think
Is
he's
he
a
at the
vampire.
vampire party?
Yeah.
I think he's at the vampire party. No,
They're-
that's at the festival at night, and then that's when he meets the vampire kids,
I have
Oh.
no
and then they
idea
go dangle
what
off
you're
the.
talking
You
about.
never seen Lost Boys?
Vampire
No.
parties.
Oh, it's a good movie.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, I hear it's good, but I just
Don't watch the other ones; they're garbage.
All
Yeah.
vampires
Got it.
have parties.
They do. Oh yeah,
They're known for it.
how you get
Introverted
vamp-
vampires
No.
you just don't hear about.
Blood parties.
yeah. You get your people there. I
Right.
mean, they can't be invited into any places, so why wouldn't you just
Yeah,
invite
I
everybody
don't
to your
know.
place?
Yeah.
Queen
Speaking-
of the Damned. That's,
Oh,
yeah,
that's a
that's a
good-
vampire
Speaking
party.
of
I have not
vampire
seen that.
movies, I just watched Renfield.
That looks
Oh, is
really
that good?
dumb.
Oh,
It was the greatest movie ever made.
Okay.
he like shaved his teeth down. to like
What?
fit like prosthetic teeth or something.
Nicolas Cage?
Yeah,
Oh,
for that
I
role.
believe
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Because
That sounds
it was
like
amazing.
Cage.
Okay, I'm just gonna like
Wild.
spoil like the first 2 minutes of the film, and
But I don't want to hear spoilers.
it's
Well,
just going.
Yeah.
They
The
just
first 2
start
minutes.
making fun of ska music.
Yeah,
I don't
it,
actually care
Jake.
about spoilers. You can-
Okay.
That's it. That's it. That was it.
It's
And
really
it was
easy
like
to make fun of ska music, so.
that.
Well,
You
I love
son.
ska, so I'm not going to see it. Fuck that movie. It's the worst movie I've ever heard
Sorry,
of.
Paula.
But like I started watching it and then like live tweeting to Paula, and I was just texting her. I was like, "Oh my god, this is the best movie ever made! Watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it!" And then like everything else that happened, I was like, "Why does Nick Holt look better like when he looks half dead? Why is he like have that aesthetic down pat?" And
He was
then
really good in the,
Warm Bodies,
no,
Mad Max
the,
Fury Road.
the great.
no, he was good in that. He was good in that. No, the diner movie.
The Menu.
The Menu. He was
That
fantastic
movie
in that movie.
Oh,
Slaps. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's such a
That
good
was
movie.
Really?
amazing.
Was it good?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. I did not expect anything going into it. Like I heard it was good, kind of like Barbarian. Like I heard it was good, and I had no pretense of what it was about. And then I watched, and it was
Yeah.
like, "Holy fuck, this is
Oh.
fantastic."
Yeah, that movie was so good. So tense. Loved it.
Yeah.
Nicholas Holt, fantastic.
He's good. He's a good dude.
I'm sorry. Who's that? Is that the main guy who hosts the party in the trailer? What else would I know?
You would
Did
know,
you ever watch X-Men movies? He was Beast in the new X-Men.
Did you see Mad Max Fury Road?
I did.
He's like the main war boy that's like
Yeah.
with them.
The one that has the
one
blood
that-
transfusion one?
Yeah, the one that doesn't know what a tree is. That guy.
I know the main
He's
guy
the
with
only
all the
guy that
ladies,
isn't-
and then the guy with the crazy hair and the mask. Those are the
He's
only two.
not a Mortis Joe.
Those are the only two characters.
Or Morton
don't
Joe.
know.
But he's the one
Okay,
with the
he's
2 lumps
a-
on his
shit.
neck.
I don't know.
You know what? It doesn't
Beast
matter.
Boy and X-Men.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. He's Beast in the new X-Men.
And Teen Titans? He's
No.
from
Oh,
Teen
no.
No.
If you saw him, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, that
Titans?
motherfucker."
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's one of those guys that's been in a lot of stuff, but he's never like the main. It's not like starring Nicholas Holt.
Yeah.
Mm.
He's
Right.
just in.
He's like,
Okay.
he's there also.
I want
Yeah.
to see Renfield. That's what I was going for.
That's good.
There you go.
And
yeah.
it wasn't really a spoiler. It was just the first 2-minute joke.
I know, yeah, apparently now it's about fucking this movie about ska music, which I kind
No,
of
it's not.
No,
it was
I
just
know.
funny.
Yeah, you lost me at ska.
I'm a loser and I like the spirit of ska, but not like Real Big Fish.
Yeah, I mean, I like the specials and stuff like that, like
Yeah,
old
yeah,
ska, but
yeah.
Wow, we
I like-
tangent hard on this
I know.
podcast.
There's so many tangents.
It's just so
Big
Chris
ADHD.
can cut all of it. And
I'll
then
cut
just,
most of
like
it.
insert it somewhere.
yeah, I'll put it at the end.
Sprinkle it in there like Salt Bay.
All over your elbow.
Because
Gives
such
it
a
the
fucking
flavor.
dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
he is.
yeah.
He's
Oh.
an actual douche in real life.
Yeah,
Supposedly.
I would.
I wouldn't know.
I've
Yeah.
heard.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Looking at him, I was like,
He's got a bad rap, apparently.
Yeah, apparently he does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
I've-
looks like someone who would rape somebody. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Yeah,
He looks like a
mean-
rapist.
yes, just get called out.
Jake's just trying to protect you.
Yeah,
Yeah, and Cody.
yeah. What? No, I didn't say he was a douche. I stand by it.
No, this was the jury duty thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Which was entirely fictional.
It never happened. So, yeah, we see you guys. We're gonna split the party here. It sounds like.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So you guys, when you drive back into Ellensburg, there, Reflux and Agnes, what car are you taking? You taking a rent-a-car? You taking the van? What's your plan?
Well, these
Kind of rhymed. Proud of myself there.
These two aren't going anywhere, right? They're just staying in.
Oh, we're
River
staying.
Monsters?
We're staying at the hotel in Yakima West.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So can we just take your car, be less inconspicuous than the van, plus better gas
Yeah.
mileage?
Yeah. So what cars? I want to make sure I get it.
Yeah,
written down.
who
What do
all
we have?
brought
we,
the car?
We have a van.
Yes.
That was from West.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which-
She got us a work van. So we have like a fake work van.
That could have been bugged from the jump.
Well, I think
Could've
you had to drive a car over here, Agnes,
I mean, yeah.
because you had to fly in because you don't live around here.
Yeah,
So yeah, you'd
semantics.
have.
I
Semantics,
believe
yeah.
I have a car as well because I was supposed to meet Yakima.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
we'll
good.
just take my car then.
Cool.
That's
So we have a
fine.
bunch of cars.
And by the way, I searched the van entirely for bugs. It'd
Fuck
be on
yeah.
on the outside. We didn't find it. So
Nice.
Very true.
I think I rolled poorly though. So we'll see how that goes.
Hey,
Yeah. Acid
never know.
reflux doesn't really know anything about cars either, so I mean,
No, Cody doesn't. Acid reflux does.
Yeah, he knows it was Jeep.
Yeah,
that is a car, sir.
he built it.
Kind
He
of wheels.
built it.
It drives.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's start with Strauss and Duffy. Let's start there.
All right.
Let's see how this plays out, and then we'll grab the other two. we see? Are you guys in the same room? Are you gonna hang out with West? Or are you gonna go to like your room and then talk there?
I'm gonna hang out with West because I don't remember exactly where the discussion left, but I imagine we talked to West. They decided we're gonna go.
Yeah, that was pretty much the end of the discussion,
and we just kind of like hand waved it. They leave.
Yeah, you see them get in the car. They go driving off.
As they walk out, they close the door. They walk out a little bit. Strauss walks over to the window and flicks open a little blind, and he just watches them.
Creepy.
And as soon as that car leaves the parking lot, he drops it down, turns to West. I need to talk to the other team. I know you can get in touch with them somehow.
Whoa, you're doing that in front of West? Am I in the room?
I would assume so.
Unless you don't want to be.
No, since we're already committed, I'm down. I am going to start sweating bullets.
Okay. So Duffy is nervously fidgeting.
Just sitting there in the chair.
Yeah, Duffy takes a swig of his flask and lights a cigarette.
Okay, all right. So you ask her to get a hold of the other team.
What I basically tell her is, I just turn and tell her, I need to talk to the other team. They name dropped you. They know you're here. We're not supposed to be here. You're made. I need to talk to them.
She's like, well, I assume they know I'm here because you guys are here.
They dropped your name. They know. If they don't know you're here, they know you told us to come here. They know you're involved.
I wouldn't doubt they would know that. Like, why else would you guys be here?
Duffy subtly slides his right hand behind his back, and he grabs the grip of his pistol.
Just hold your hand back there.
I need you to give me an intimidation roll or something to try to convince her. Because as you know, she is she left. She seems to be on the outs with Delta Green, so you're asking her to contact the people who went against her.
Yeah, I'm just making sure.
In order to do something. So I'm gonna need some sort of a check here to either convince her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I totally get it. I'm just trying to look and see if there's anything in my scores that I can make a case for an improvement.
You bullshit. Okay, that works.
Yeah.
Strauss and his damn chain of command.
I'm just looking through his skills, and there isn't really an intimidation.
That's why I said probably like deception or let's see what we got here. Persuade.
I
think that works.
So is she sitting down? Is she standing up? I mean,
if it's within them leaving, we could say that she's sitting down. Why not? Okay. We'll say she's sitting on the bed, smoking a cigarette, talking to you.
Could I argue?
Oh yeah, River Monster's totally on.
Could I argue for a plus 20% to my persuade if I'm going to use kind of some forceful? I don't want to say like violent, but like I'm trying to use my physical presence with like what's my strength here? I've got like a 15 strength. I'm trying to get in her business, like slam the table. Sorry, I shouldn't have maybe slammed the actual table.
No, I like it.
But I like the passion.
But like get in her face when I say something to her.
Did you order the cover?
Because I'm just gonna. I wonder if I can argue for that, but I'll roll and I'll tell you what I'm gonna say.
So what is your persuade right now?
Right now it's 21.
Okay.
Just something I didn't consider when building him. Like intimidation falls under that. Maybe I should have put more points.
Well, that works. You know what?
I'm not intimidated by Henry Rollins.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's be honest.
How old are you with this Henry Rollins? Are you like prime age Henry Rollins when like he was beating the shit out of you? Are you Henry Rollins now?
Well, even I saw that video of him bullying that little kid in that interview. He's not.
What year is this?
2019.
He's 40 years old.
So that's why the Chase Henry Rollins?
Dude, honestly, that's like mid Anaconda acting Henry Rollins.
Yeah.
He was
in Anaconda?
Was he in that movie? No, he was in a Snake movie that nobody watched. Or like a camping. I don't know. He was in some shitty movie that nobody watched.
Well, either way.
He was in Feast.
But when he shaves his head,
how about this? I'll tell you what I'm going to say to her, and then you tell me if I get a bonus.
Cool.
Nice.
So,
how about role play it out, and then I'll let you know if you get the bonus or not. Okay. Let's go that route.
So he tells her, I need the number, and she says, what did she say to me?
She's basically just tells you, like, yeah, no shit. The vibe you get from her is like, no shit. Of course they know I'm here because you're... They know I sent you because you're here.
So she's like...
The only people who would know... let me do it in voice.
Okay, yeah.
Even though I already did the other part. She's like... so if you tell her, like, a whole other team, she's like... Strauss, they know you're here because I'm the only one who would know about the details of this case. So, of course, you being here means I would probably be here or within
the room,
sending you here.
I need to talk to the team now. You brought me into this. I trusted you, and I just got threatened. They told me that if I push this any further, I'm the mission. You made this my problem. You threatened my life. Now I'm going to try to fix this because we both fucked up here. I need to talk to the other team because Reflux and Agnes have gone off the map. They're the mission.
Interesting. Yeah, I'll give you 20%. I think that's good.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Let's see if...
Duffy also locks the door to the room.
Oh, I don't think that's going to make it. That is... I can't read that from there. That is 76 over whatever with a bonus.
40?
41.
It would be 41, yeah.
Yeah. She...
Not intimidated.
No, she's not. She just kind of takes a, drag of her cigarette, and she's like, I understand that you're angry right now, and I get it, but I don't think Agnes and Reflux have gone rogue. I don't think they're on the other side. That doesn't make a lick of sense.
Maybe I didn't make it clear. They're not on the other side, but they're not on our side. They're meeting with... They're seeing things, chasing him down alleyways, meeting with supposed witches. Agnes had that book for 2 years. We have no idea what she did.
The line of work that we deal with, we run into this stuff all the time. We deal with things that are not natural, correct?
Yes.
What brought you into this? You saw some shit you couldn't explain, right?
Something like that.
Okay. So why would that be any different now?
Because whatever they're doing, I think, is part of the problem. I think they're being misled by a third party.
I don't disagree with you. It seems kind of weird that you would get a message about all this. So maybe this Marissa Crest lady is the one that you should be focusing this little temper tantrum you're throwing at.
He's kind of getting some... Clearly he's not intimidating her, and it's really pissing him off.
I did, yeah. I rolled a human to make sure, and she passed.
Okay.
So I did roll, but yeah, so she's just kind of looking at you, just smoking a cigarette, and she looks at you, Duffy. She's like, "You got something to add too? You gonna lock the door? This feels a little premeditated, so let's just get it all out in the open while we're here."
If we're gonna be open and honest, I didn't want to come in here anyway in the first place. I wanted to go follow Agnes and Reflux because I don't trust them, just like I don't trust you, West.
So I've gotten that from our conversations in the past day or two there, Duffy.
I know, I'm not trying to jab, but you asked.
No. Honesty is the best policy, right?
I'm just trying to keep myself safe. And then he unlocks the door and puts his hand on Strauss's shoulder, and he's going to proceed to walk with Strauss out of the room.
He won't resist.
Okay. So we see you guys, and she just sits there and finishes her cigarette. She's like, "Close the door on your way out, please."
Stone cold.
Yeah, and Duffy's gonna fucking leave it open, bitch.
You see her, all right. Boom, she shoots the door closed.
Shoots the door handle.
Yeah, dude, we're such non-gun-owning Washingtonians.
Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah, he just ricochets off the door handle, closes it.
But I do think that we should tail them because I don't trust them.
All right, do you think we should tail? Okay, go for it.
No, I'm sorry. I don't trust the characters. I don't trust Agnes and Reflux. I think
I don't.
So adamant.
I don't think you have. You don't think you have to explain that.
We
know that you.
I felt dirty when I was like, I don't trust them.
No, but it's good. You're getting into your character, right?
Am Duffy.
Everyone is able to. Yeah, I think it's great.
Strauss does not trust anybody involved because
even himself.
I mean, maybe not. He did start seeing things, but only one thing.
Yeah, true.
He only saw
Rutsack
in the mirror, but yeah, so he just kind of turned. Obviously, we're walking away from West's room. All right, Duffy, do you want to go tail them? Do we want to follow them? Because clearly West isn't concerned as she should be. The only problem is this other team.
West doesn't give a fuck. West doesn't give a shit about us. She doesn't give a shit about Agnes and Reflux. She only gives a shit about her half-career now that Delta Green has abandoned her. Just like she's abandoned us. She said that she would be here for support, and this is the support that we need, and she's refusing.
Well then, do you want to take the book? What if the other team meets us? Because you weren't there. When they found me, they wanted to know where the book was, and they wanted to know what Wes told us, why she brought us out here. They told me they're willing to talk, but if we keep pushing, then we're the mission. Maybe we can give them a book as an olive branch.
Do we have a way to contact them?
I was hoping that Wes could. I didn't catch any of their numbers when they're pointing guns at me.
You want to put your number in my phone real quick? And
Yeah, can you airdrop me contact?
Yeah.
Well, if they're anywhere, they're probably at the rodeo. I mean, they're a film crew.
We do know what they're looking like, what they look like.
You do, yep.
And they found you pretty easily.
Yeah.
I don't think they're trying to hide. We could tail Reflux and Agnes and check in on this meeting, but I think we would benefit more by talking to Delta Green than these yuppie witches.
So we want to go try to find him?
I think so.
All right.
All right.
Game.
And then in the car, I want to ask Strauss, has there been any indication that you don't remember the last mission?
Well, he remembers the mission. What he doesn't remember is when we start the ritual.
Mm-hmm.
It's like once shit starts going weird, he saw like a figure, and then that's like where his memory cuts out. And I imagine like where he kind of like comes back to is like pouring gasoline and lighting a fire. So it's like the main gist of like what we really did.
Right.
He knows that the plan was we got to do some weird ritual. It begins blackout.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think he's like told you that specifically.
Yeah, which is
but
fine.
he probably, you may have got like a little bit of an inkling that like kind of doesn't, the wrap up is a little fuzzy.
Right. Yeah, Duffy's main question is like, he's like, are we doing more harm than good if we give them this notebook, this diary?
So,
Well,
you guys are going to drive, right? So the plan is you're going to follow them, just so I'm keeping track of everything.
yeah,
Okay.
I think. And
Are you taking your car? Are you taking your car? Are you guys taking the van? What's the plan here?
My thought would be to take Strauss's car.
Okay, cool.
Because it's been at the hotel the entire time.
True.
And
They wouldn't.
I feel like that's the least tracked vehicle. Or at the very least, like, they wouldn't expect him to be in that vehicle.
Okay, cool.
Towns, maybe. I don't know. They didn't track him into Ellensburg with that, is all I really am coming at this with. So
Okay.
I'm thinking if we go there in the van, they're going to, like, pull up a GPS and go, oh, they came back to town. Let's go pick them up, kind of thing.
Right, yeah.
No, that's fine. I just want to make sure. Okay. So, you guys... yeah, so what's this conversation look like in the car as you're driving the 45 minutes or so into town?
Yeah, what's the...
I'm just worried. What if handing this notebook over means... And we've worked for a while
We've seen
together
some
now.
things. Yeah.
But what if handing this book over means we're handing our lives over and our families over, and our futures over?
I have a feeling that would be happening either way. The vibe I got from them, they know everything. At the very least, they know we were here before we knew who they were. They already know who we are, and if they're going to do something against us, they're going to do it anyways. The way I'm looking at it, this might be a thing that saves our hides. And really, do you trust Agnes? 2 years with that thing when we were supposed to turn it in? We don't even know what it can do, or what's in there.
I don't trust her, but it's a damn shame that Reflux guy had to get wrapped up into it.
Well, there's acceptable casualties sometimes. Maybe he can pull himself out.
All right. So we see you guys. I think we fade up from your car
And
till
silence
it's
the whole
taking
way.
taking the exit into Ellensburg. And so you guys are going to go to the fairground and look for him, or are you guys going to go try to figure out what's going on with?
I like the idea of just going to like the rodeo fairgrounds. I mean, it's going to be late at night, so I don't know how much is really going on.
Yeah, because
Night of day one.
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember what time you guys got back.
Well, all I know is at the very least, the meeting was at 10.
Yeah.
So
you think the rodeo probably ends about that time.
yeah.
I think Marissa Crest even told you it's an hour before the rodeo ends, so we'll say the rodeo ends at 11.
And my thought is like, just keep an eye out for this crew. Literally try to find them.
Give me a spot roll as we'll say you guys pull up. Duffy was able to secure some wristbands, so you guys can just kind of walk in with your wristbands. That was something you guys stole, so give me a search or a spot roll. Either or. I'm fine with either.
They're two different things, search and spot?
I thought they were, but I guess not, so just give me a search. Or alertness. Sorry, that's the one I was thinking
I like
of.
alertness.
Yeah.
Personally.
Alertness or search.
That's bullshit. Oh. Man, that's bullshit.
Ooh.
27 over 20.
Baby,
Wah, wah.
66 under 71.
That is a critical. All right. Well, with your critical success, you were able to find 2 of the members.
Oh.
So there's a guy. There is the one guy with a camera, kind of just like taking photos. He's not video camera, but he's taking photos. And then that's one that you don't know, but you do see Agent Ravage there.
Do we
with
know
him, he
which-
seems to be kind of the face guy talking.
I can't remember. Did she describe him to us? Like which? Because there was a guy.
I think so. Yes.
The guy I pulled a gun on, and there was 2 dudes that came after him.
The guy that you pulled the gun on was Agent Ravage. Catfish was the one that pulled the gun on you, and then
Okay.
she couldn't find the other one. You don't recognize this guy from there.
Gotcha.
So
Just writing that down real quick. Okay. So I recognize Ravage.
yes,
And if we're like in a crowd, I just like elbow Duffy. Hey, look over there. See that team? See the cameraman?
Oh, I see.
Does he have a camera? Or is he just with them?
he's just with him. So he's kind of just walking around with him. The one guy's taking photos. Not it's not like a video camera. It's like more like a photo.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of like, he's got like a pen and pad. So he's like, hey, can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah.
Like,
It's like
they
the guy
take
trying
the
to-
guy's photo and then they like do a little interview kind of thing with
so
him.
I'd
Looks
like
like.
elbow him. Just like, hey, the guy right there, that's one of the ones that found me and Fred Meyer. It's the one I pulled a gun on.
I see him. And real quick, I want to make sure that we like stash the notebook like in the car, like under the seat or something.
Sure.
Oh,
Before
yeah,
we go.
no,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's a smart idea.
Not on
Like,
my person.
no,
Yeah.
they're not going to be able to like rob
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. Do you want to go? Do you want to go see what's what?
I think this is public enough. We can approach him pretty open.
Yep.
I mean, he did say he's willing to talk. He also said if we come back into town, I'm the mission. But like I said, olive branch.
Yeah.
Just got to count on it. So I mean, I would want to approach him
Okay.
from like an angle where I'm not gonna like pop around a corner and be like, "Sup,
Yeah.
bitch!" Like,
Gotcha.
I want him to know I'm coming, and so I can like kind of like just put my hands up a little bit, not like above my head,
Right.
but like out in front of me, so he knows like I'm not
Okay.
holding the gun in my hand.
So you're not trying to do like the whole like, oh hey, you like surprise, like, what are you doing here?
Yeah,
Like,
no. Not trying to be
What
that
brings
that
you
much
here?
of a dick.
I think with your crit, we see you guys start walking towards them, and they are just like finishing up an interview, and they're looking around, and you see him like make eye contact with you, and I'm assuming you do the
Yeah,
gesture.
just put my hands up.
And he looks at the guy next to him and like nods towards you guys, and you see him kind of walking up to you. He's like, "Hey, folks, you got a little bit of time to do an interview real quick about the festivities going on around you?"
I would love to talk. Can we go somewhere private
He's like,
or
"Oh."
a little more private?
He's just like, "Yeah, absolutely. Here, let's get a photo of you guys real quick."
I'm sure they already have my photo, but I mean, I have no reason to say no.
Okay, so he snaps. You guys going to do a buddy photo together, or individual photos, or is Duffy going to let his photo be taken?
No, he will not.
Okay,
No.
gotcha. It's like, yeah, fair enough. I get it. NDAs and all that. You don't want to be seen. So he snaps a photo of you, Strauss.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's gonna be some blackmail later.
So, and he's just like, sure. So, let's go find a little place. Things are kind of dying down a little bit here, but let's go find a place a little bit more quiet. And so I think you guys kind of find a little nook and cranny away from everything. Well, maybe a little further back towards like the exit gate, maybe near like the
Yeah.
porta potties or something
And
like
I
that.
want to make sure I am under a light. I'm not falling into a dark alley.
Sure, yeah. I mean, there's no alleys around here. It's all...
Well, I mean, like, I'm not going under any bleachers or anything.
Yeah, you guys aren't making out, of course.
No, of course not.
I immediately
Not on
first
kiss him
date.
too, yeah. Ravage me, Ravage.
Now I know what to call you, Agent Ravage.
That's how I got the name. So yeah, I think, I would say he takes you over like by the porta potty area.
Cool.
So there's a sweet smell of urine and poop and vomit wafting up.
Classic rodeo smells.
Classic rodeos.
Yeah.
And it overpowers the bull poop. So
Oh,
Yeah,
there we
that's
go.
why they keep them.
yeah, exactly. And so he sits you guys down. He doesn't sit you down, but he kind of gets over there. He's kind of looking around. He's like, "Well, what? Why are you here?"
I think we maybe got off on the wrong foot earlier today.
He's like, "Okay."
Now I understand and I'm kind of like motioning to Duffy, like myself, like we aren't supposed to be involved in this.
Preferably not, but
Preferably.
we are.
Well, why we want to be here is another topic. We are involved. I understand you don't want us to, so I think maybe we can work together going forward. I understand you wanted this book. And don't mean like this one I'm holding up, like the book involved, the journal.
We need to know that it's cataloged. Yes, that's part of this.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What details of a couple years ago, from your knowledge, what happened to that book?
It's like, from the report that was given, it was turned in. And when we got here and took a look, it was missing.
And I want to look at Duffy, and like I'm not sure how to. Maybe we would have talked about this. I don't know if we should tell him right out. Agnes had it.
That it was Agnes. Yeah.
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 Do we
yeah.
want to?
No. I'm saying I agree with you.
Yeah. Like I'm not sure if we want to do it outright, but eventually, like that's a card I want to play. Is this like where we want to?
So, well, my main question is, what leverage do we hope to gain with that card? Do we hope to gain leverage for ourselves or against Agnes?
I'm thinking, in Strauss's mind, it's for himself.
Okay.
Because he's a whole team knows where he was, could easily have taken him out. Like they got the drop on him. They have already threatened him. He's like, I want to be involved in this. Here's a show of goodwill.
I think we should keep the Agnes ace up our sleeve, but we should be willing to surrender the journal.
Okay. So after he says, according to them, like,
Yes.
it was cataloged, they show up and it's not there. It's like, the last that I knew of, it was cataloged and should have been in the green box. I didn't know it wasn't there, but we've recently found it.
He's like, is that
We
so?
didn't- He's like, he's kind of like subtly motioning this, like, we didn't take it from the green box, but we found it again, and we now in possession of it.
Okay.
We could be willing to turn it over.
He looks at you waiting for like the other shoe to drop.
He's like, well, first off, for an assurance that we won't be the mission. And second, I want to help sort this thing out, because it involves me. I'm sure you know about the silhouettes and our names.
Yeah, we
I
know
don't-
about those.
I don't know if it's a threat, I don't know what it is, but I think you can understand why I feel involved.
And so he's just like, give me a.
It sucks that I'm trying to persuade people. My persuade is
Yeah,
so bad.
Give me a persuade. I'll give you a plus 20%.
Okay.
Because you do have something that they want.
Jesus Christ. Nope, 56 over 41.
Okay.
That's another well, I can only go up by one,
Right.
so yeah.
So he kind of looks at you. He's like,
I mean, can Duffy try?
what does Duffy want to say?
Yeah, you've been quiet.
So, seeing Strauss not fully convince Ravage, Duffy will kind of go off script. He's going to sort of glance over at Strauss while he's saying this.
I'm like floundering, it seems.
But Duffy's going to say, What if we were your men on the inside? What if we were moles? I mean, I don't know Strauss from Adam, but he seems like the sort of guy that will follow an actual mission.
That's what I'm here for.
So am I. I'm not here to run away from this, but I don't think we were called in by the right people.
Okay, all right. What's your persuade?
70.
Give me a roll.
Damn. Yeah, you're the one should have been talking.
I've never
little
met him.
conspiracy theory.
I've never met him. I've never...
That's true.
Yeah, it makes sense.
9. Under 70.
Okay. Cool. So he kind of looks at you. He's like, look, I think we could use some other folks here to try to figure out what's going on, and if this is I'm trying to think of the best here, meeting of the minds, you guys want to help us out, then sure, I think we're on board with that. And he kind of pauses, it's just like, where are the other agents right now? Are they going to be on board with this? Because I can see there's only 2 of you here, and to the best of my abilities, my reasoning, there should be Agnes and a Reflux.
Well, that's actually what I meant. We can be your men on the inside.
Yeah, well, he wants to know where they're at right now.
Yeah.
I guess he's just like, are they part of this deal as well, or is this just you two?
In my mind, it was just us
Yeah, I don't
against
say-
That's what he just
Acid
asked.
Yeah,
and
no,
Agnes.
yeah. So if he asks, I know where they're at right now, and I have my concerns about them, which is part of why I wanted to approach you. The only people who know that we're talking right now is us.
Okay. Not even West?
Not even West.
Well,
In fact, well, I didn't go. Well, I don't think West knows.
she
but
might put 2 and 2 together.
I did tell her to get me in touch with you, and she refused.
He just kind of pauses. He's like, okay.
But she could, like Tuffy said, she might be able to put 2 and 2 together.
Well, can you guys trust West?
And he's kind of thinking about that. He's like, it's not our mission to trust West. I don't know West well enough. From what I understand, I never had a whole lot of dealing with her. They kind of keep this compartmentalized, so.
Well, you can trust me. She's gonna put it together. She's gonna know that we are working with you guys.
And he's just like, I don't think that's gonna be an issue, but okay.
Okay.
And you see him kind of look at the other guy, and he nods at him. He's like, well, let's get that book, and we can let you guys know everything we know, and you can let us know everything you know.
We know a place around here called Perkins.
Cut to black.
Oh, I love it. Okay. I think that's a good spot to leave with you guys, and then we'll get Misha and Cody on here and see what happens.
Cool.
Reflux, Agnes, you guys start driving into Ellensburg, Washington. Do you guys talk about anything on the 45-minute drive in? Or is it silent? What goes on what's going through your guys' heads as you're going to meet up with this coven?
Well, I feel like Acid's pretty talkative, like needs to figure stuff out, and then I think so. We kind of share that, so we'd probably just be going over the facts as we're driving. Just like, okay, this happened, and then she was not dead.
I think Agnes would just know that acid reflux is really on the spectrum in all ways possible, and she would just be like very accepting of that and just let him go off about what he wants to talk about, because
Okay.
that's just, that's how she do. She doesn't need to talk. She can listen very well.
I like it. Okay, so we see you guys pull into Ellensburg. By this time, I think we're probably going to set it about, I think the meeting's at 10, so we'll say you guys pull into town about 9:45 or something like that, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, we're punctual.
Yeah.
Agnes is
You gotta find a
punctual.
place to park, then you gotta walk over there. So, I mean, there's different things going on. I get it. And we see you guys walk up to Crest Furniture's main door. You give it a knock. And like I said, a woman in her 70s comes up, kind of red and white hair. Red and gray hair. And she unlocks the door. It's just like, come on in. And she's like, my name's Donna. Nice to meet you too. And she shakes your hand. She's like, everyone's in the back. We're just waiting on one more. So just go ahead and, she like unlocks the door. She's like, follow me. She kind of like shuffles along. You remember the interior of the store. There's like a couple areas sectioned off for like,
Did we go in? I don't.
I thought no, you guys didn't. So as you enter into the store, you see. I mean, picture a furniture store, right? Like
Yeah.
there are different areas set up, so like a bedroom area,
Clearance sale.
a clearance sale area, dining room table area. It's a rather large building, but like just all these different kind of made up looking areas, and then in the middle of it, there's just various like lamps and such. Doodads, things that hang on your walls, paintings.
Mock living room setup.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so you reach the sales desk. I guess not the sales desk. You reach where everyone pays at, the cashier's station.
Yeah.
Behind that, there's a door that you go into kind of the back area. And as you come back here, you see that there is a small little, I guess, I'm trying to think of the proper term here, because I haven't worked in a, like cafeteria, like a,
Employee lounge.
employee area. So there's, there's like 2 tables there. There's a sink, typical white refrigerator, that kind of stuff. Just kind of like a lounge area. And then you can see, looking further on, you see that's where all the stock is for the warehouse. Or like kind of a mini warehouse back here.
Yeah, lots of plastic bags.
Yeah, a lot of plastic
Assuming.
bags, pallets. There's a forklift back there. And so you see that this area, it doesn't go all the way to the ceiling. It's just like basically somebody constructed on here and slapped the slat roofs on it, the tile, whatever those drop ceilings on it. That's what I'm looking
Hate
for.
those.
Yeah, they're pretty.
They're the worst.
We have one. So
I know you do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the worst. I hate it.
Yeah. Can you guys get rid of it? Can you get rid of it?
Yeah, we're getting rid of it.
I'd
Potentially.
say. But then you're gonna have to probably like plaster up all the sides, right? So then,
Yeah.
because it goes to the outside, right?
Yeah, it only goes to where the drop ceiling is.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Which is
The whole project.
Home ownership.
Exactly. And so yeah, you get back there, and you see Marissa Crest is there. She waves at you and welcomes you in. You see Olivia Dubbard, who I don't think. Did you guys meet her?
We've
She
heard
was-
of her.
Olivia was with Marissa at
yes.
the rodeo.
Yes.
Okay.
We know she's one of the.
She looks like Susan Harris, which I don't think any of you knew who that was. That's
not.
the mom from the what's that show called?
That 70s show? I'm just going to keep naming off shows. Then.
No,
With moms
I
in
based her
them?
off of the mom from the Christmas Story. Looks like her.
Oh, wow. It's been a spell since I've seen that one.
Yeah, exactly. There is a another woman in there with kind of tight black hair that's kind of short. She herself is African American, and she looks like Regina King.
Do we know her name
You
yet?
do
Or-
not know.
All right.
I think Marissa would probably kind of go around the horn and be like, I believe you've been Olivia. This is Isabel Tanning. She works as a school counselor at Ellensburg High School, and she's just like, hi, nice to meet you. She's like, of course you remember Sharon. I think you met her as well. She owns Brewdoo, which is kind of down the block. Donna is the one who showed you in. And so she's
Does
like,
Donna own anything, or is she
she's
just
retired.
Uh-huh.
So
She's living life.
she is. And so you guys sit down, and they're just like, we're just waiting for one more person to get here. We're just kind of...
Satan!
They're running a little late. So, you guys want anything to drink? You see there's like a little platter, like a pinwheel sandwiches, coffee.
Aw.
There's
I
some...
love hospitable covens.
Yeah.
You see there is some, Sharon's like, yeah, I brought some beer if you guys want some. There's some wine too. We also got like seltzer waters. Feel free, have whatever's in the fridge. Feel free to take some.
Right on.
So I think so.
I'll take a seltzer.
Okay.
I go with a Fresca. I feel like it's a Fresca kind of day.
Love it.
Okay. And so yeah, they kind of each have like a glass of wine, or Sharon's drinking her beer that she makes because she's cool like that.
Yeah, she's a micro brewer.
Yeah, well, she's proud of what she does.
Yeah, she's got the shoulders of a brewer.
And so you guys probably wait another 15 minutes, and there's probably some small talk going on. You guys, like, they're just kind of, and they introduce each other, and they're talking, about the book that they read that week, kind of thing. And
it's actually a book club?
they're talking about the next book that they're going to pick. Just
Agnes
big and small talk.
Immediately feels like she didn't do her homework.
Well, they wouldn't expect you to. And then you hear a knock at the door, and Donna kind of gets up to shuffle over there and get her person. And Donna comes back through the door. She sits down, and you see walking into the room is a woman with brown hair. She looks very young, and she's kind of dressed up in fancy, she's got nice pants on. She's got kind of a nicer top with a sleeveless vest on.
I don't like where this is going.
And she's got a cowboy hat on.
I don't like where this is going.
And she's like, "Hi, y'all. Sorry I'm late. I got really busy with the pageant and everything, but I'm here." And you guys notice that it is Laura Rustin.
Laura!
God damn it.
And she looks over at you guys. She's like, "Oh, are these the people that we needed to talk to?"
Uh-huh.
And she's like, "It's so nice to meet you too." She's like, "My name's Laura." And
So I just stand up. I was sitting down. I just stand up and look at her. And I don't shake her hand. I just stare at her. Yeah.
And she's like, "Okay, well, that's one way to act, I guess."
Can Agnes, just from approaching her and getting like a vibe, I guess, can Agnes just do a human check real quick to see what kind of something that if Laura's giving off something?
Sure, go for it.
Like specifically, like obviously she's bad news. She was like part of the murders in the apartment, but I'm gonna roll right there.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
I was covering the roll pad with my piece of paper.
Is that just an 80?
That's an 80.
Sorry, it's dark. I gotta see what my hand
I can
is.
turn the light on.
Oh, you're good.
Oh, it's 80 under 82. Nailed it.
Oh, nice. Due to your previous failure, that's okay. We can keep the spooky ambiance. Chris is trying to turn on a light here, but
you
got it. It's on now.
It is in fact 82.
I turned the light off to try to keep it cooler down here.
Yeah.
I don't know if the light would make that much difference, but in my mind, I'm like, if it's darker, it's cooler.
Yeah.
For the people listening at home, Misha is a redhead and therefore melts when it's too hot.
She does melt.
It is a fact.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely, as you're staring at her and you're watching her mannerisms, there's a smugness to her.
Smug.
If that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Like a bed bug.
Like she's in on something and you're not. That's the vibe you get.
That bitch.
So.
I don't like her.
I just look at Marissa and I'm like, oh, great. Is she part of the club? She's always here?
Yeah. Lauren's one of, she's been here for, her grandma was a part of it. And then she brought Laura in and Laura kind of, Laura helped, she's kind of an up-and-comer.
The grandmother. Okay. I don't say that aloud.
Okay.
That's internal dialogue.
Gotcha. And so Laura's just like, all right, well, let's get started, okay? She's like, Marissa, what do you want to go over today? And so everybody kind of gathers, sits down, and you see she walks over and pours herself a beer, sits down with everybody. She can kind of be herself here. And so Marissa's just like, okay, well, as you know, things have been going a little hairy here. We've been trying to keep track of whatever's going on with the influences of the Dark Man, and we all are pretty sure something's going to happen here at the rodeo. I don't know if you know these two, but they had a hand in 1206 Spooner Avenue. They were, for the best of my knowledge, they are the ones who consecrated the grounds, right?
Well, deconsecrated.
Deconsecrated, thank you. That's the proper term, yes. They were able to get rid of him from there. And so we're hoping that they might be able to help us with getting rid of him from the larger scope of the town here. And so everyone's like kind of looking at you guys. And Olivia's just like, what was that like? What was it like being in there? I'd heard stories about the inside and things that people had seen, but what did it feel like inside there?
Who asked that? Marissa?
Olivia.
Oh, Olivia. Okay. Yeah. I will let Agnes take this one. I kind of lost my wits a bit.
Agnes was just like, very scary. I knocked it. Agnes is like, very scary. You're saying that the Darkman is back?
I like that, all business.
And she's just like, Marissa's just like, we think so. At the best of our knowledge is he's here. This other coven we think they might be tied to him in some way. They might have done something with Divatelia. We're not 100% sure. We've been trying to trace her bloodline through the town itself, but we've come up with dead ends to try to figure out, does she teach other people what's going on? Does she have any kids or whatnot? But we've been hitting dead ends. We've been trying. But that knowledge is not... After whatever happened with her in the house, she's kind of became a ghost, a recluse.
Okay, so that's very disconcerting. Is the rodeo consecrated ground? Is that what you're alluding to?
She's like, I don't think so, but we get the feeling that they're going to try to do something there. Whether it's a larger scale or something like that. I don't know. The things that we've been able to piece together from talking with others, we get that feeling.
Okay, so like the things going through Agnes's head automatically, she's not going to say this out loud because she doesn't want to give out too much information, because she doesn't want to let anyone know that she had the journal for 2 years anyway, right. And this is probably a bad place to bring that topic up. So I guess the reason why the ground is consecrated with animal blood, 200 deaths of animal blood, right, is because it needs that much life to consecrate a ground. What if they did that with people to consecrate the ground, is my question. So that's like the thoughts going through Agnes's head. Like, that would be a good place to get a lot of people in a close area to sacrifice to make something more consecrated. And if it takes 200 animals to consecrate something and it takes one human life to deconsecrate, what can 200 people do to consecrate it, and how the heck do you deconsecrate that shit?
That's very true.
Yeah, and while this has been happening, I just want to say I've been like kind of on my phone as she's been talking, and what I'm doing is like typing up a message like in like a text chat, and then I'm basically going to try to like approach Marissa as this is talking. So I'm going to look for a good segue to like kind of just like take her like grab her attention and be like, yeah, like, oh, Agnes, you can tell them about that thing. You can keep going. I got.
I can talk a lot about 1206 Spooner Avenue. Yeah. I can talk a lot about that.
Okay, so you try to get Marissa's attention.
Yeah, just kind of like, I'm just like, hey, I actually, I've noticed on the map here, and I'm basically just trying to do some techno babble, just like get everyone else disinterested, but like approach her with my phone, but like, look at the map. I just have Google Maps on my phone here, and I kind of pull her away so people can't see, and I just kind of show her. Okay, and I just have her like, I got the message, and the message is, just like, Lauren is Samantha Bunn. She's a bad witch. We have reason to think she is bad. We should talk elsewhere without her here.
Okay, you send that to her?
I don't send it. I just kind of show her that message.
Gotcha. Yeah, give me an...
That was a bold move.
Thank you.
Reflex.
Give me an alertness roll, maybe?
All right. I like it. Okay,
or that. Human, one of those two.
I'll do alertness. All right,
I can't help you, bud.
There you go. Dice be true. They were not true. They were real bad. It's a fail.
Okay, gotcha. And so you kind of, she's like,
yeah, just show her that. And
okay. She kind of like,
yeah,
gotcha. Yeah, and so she kind of like sits back down at her thing, and so she's like looking at the others and whatnot, and has this kind of worried look on her face. And so you finish up your speech here, Agnes.
Yeah, and then I'm like miming everything, but so I'm like miming someone holding like a head back and then slitting. Like, I didn't slit the throat, but like I held the head and then like holding a bowl. And
Charles was a nice guy, but
just like holding the bowl, and then I was just like miming gushing throat out of the blood gushing out of the throat, and and just kind of making a grand gesture as trying to keep everyone entertained.
Okay. Nice. And so you finish up this kind of thing, and they're all just kind of looking at you, just like a little bit, just like, oh, geez, like that
was wild.
That's intense.
That was a wild night.
And so Marissa kind of looks over at Laura, and she's like, Laura, do you have something that you want to tell everybody here? And Laura's just kind of looking around. She's like what? What? No. I'm sorry I was late. I got a little busy.
Drama.
And she's just like, are you sure you don't have anything that you want to tell everybody here? Now would be the time that you'd want to come true and be clean and truthful with us. And Laura's just kind of looking around. She's like, I mean, okay, I guess. Yeah, we can talk about stuff. She's like...
This is like Dr. Phil.
Right? And she's just kind of looking at her. She's like, okay, well, what do you want to know, Marissa? And Marissa's kind of like looks over at you,
Yeah.
Reflux. Do you guys have... She's like, do you have any questions for
I do.
her or anything?
I have so many. I want to start. Can I start?
Yeah, go for it.
Where were you at 9 a.m. this morning?
And she looks at you. She's like, I was getting ready for the pageant, getting everything ready. We had to take care of, get my all prim and proper for everything.
So you're definitely at the rodeo.
She's like, no, 9 o'clock. No, I was getting some other things done.
Where at?
And she kind of pauses and looks over at Marissa. She looks at you. She's like, well, I had to get some dreads on, and then I had to find a dress so that I could play the person, the lady that we killed last night. And then Marissa just kind of just like looks at her, and then she looks at you. She's like, oh, yeah, we met today, right? In the store. You found the note that I left you, right?
Well,
that was you. You guys found, I'm assuming because you called last night, right?
Well, this is Lauren or Marissa?
This is Laura.
Laura.
And she's kind of looking at y'all.
We didn't check a pulse. We didn't check the pulse.
She's like, oh, no, she's dead. I killed her.
Oh.
I just could change into what she looks like, and I really just wanted to pull a fast one on you.
It's like
she's
the craft.
And she's just kind of laughing. She's like, oh, sorry. No, that was something it felt like the funny thing to do. And Marissa's just kind of looking at her. She's like, why would you do this, Laura? Why would you do this? And she's like, what? Like, we got these powers. Why not have fun with them, right?
Holy
Like, that's
shit.
the whole point.
Oh.
And Marissa's just kind of staring at her. She's like, you're going to jeopardize everything that we need to do. And we cannot have this right now. And Laura's like, she's here, right? We got him here. That was the whole point. Like, you wanted me to do something. You wanted me to leave a note. We had to figure out a way to get a hold of him. I got him here. If anything, y'all should be thanking me for doing this, right?
He was right. She is smug.
And we can get into that, but here's the deal is, what do you know about the 2 college students that were killed?
And she kind of looks at you. She's like, oh, what were their names? Trevor? I don't remember. We met. They were really drunk. Made it easier to overpower them, but, yeah. The dead ones, right?
Yeah, the dead ones.
Well, the 2 that have been found, I guess I should say. She's like,
I like her. I like her, but I don't like her. But I like her.
and she's like, no, yeah, that was me. Guilty as charged. Had to get that out of the way. We needed to get something to get your attention to bring you back, and it worked because you're here. She's like, Marissa, see everything. I'm working. I'm telling you, I think I could be number 2. I'm just letting you know. I think it's working really well.
I've fired off a text to Strauss just saying that I just say Lauren is here.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
Gotcha.
I would probably be like, if you can change your appearance, and what's the purpose of Samantha Beck?
She's like, I mean, I still gotta I can't let everybody know that I have these powers, right? Like, I gotta play on that I'm a normal human being kind of thing. She's like, you know how it is. Like, I can't use them all the time. I can't, if anybody else finds me doing it. It's like, So
you're the one that put all the silhouettes on the walls in town?
She's like, well, we did. And she points everybody in the room.
Okay.
Right.
We did
That
that.
makes the most sense.
Well, why did I have the horns? why I gotta be the only one out?
Well, because he's not happy with you. You got rid of him. You
I'll
took away his house.
So you are pro Nyarlathotep.
Wait, so you're pro, but Marissa, you're against Nyarlathotep?
And Marissa's like, no, we're all pro here.
Oh shit.
I must be in the wrong book club. I was supposed to go to that other book club. It's right next door. That's a misunderstanding.
And Laura kind of looks at she's like, I knew you were familiar. You're the one. You got the book from my grandma. You're the okay, now it's all coming together.
It truly is.
She's like, yeah. She's like, man, we had that book for a long time, kept it really safe, and then you had to come, find that little secret, take it away. That's my fault. I should have got it out of there, but I didn't expect people to come around looking for it. So, she looks at Marissa, she's like, so what's the plan now, Marissa? What's the game plan? And Marissa's just kind of looking at you too. She's like, well, we're gonna have to kill him, I think.
Okay, I pulled out my gun.
I think Agnes just like turns logical and she's like, I don't think you're gonna do that. Because you don't know what the journal is, you don't know what is in the journal, and I have that entire journal memorized. And if you want to consecrate anything, you need to go through what's in my head.
Yeah, we also have the bowl and knife.
Mm-hmm.
She's just like, looks at y'all, she's like, yeah, those were probably needed for that one thing, but yeah, you're right, we don't have those, but we'll try to make do.
Well, you can try, but if you fail, he'll be mad at you too.
So yeah, I'm just like, at this point, I'm just like, and I'm just like, I have my gun pointed at him, and I'm just inching towards the door.
Okay. We're gonna do ourselves a little bit of combat here.
Oh shit!
What is your guys' dexterity scores?
Sure.
Oh boy, this is the first combat of.
It is.
Oh my god.
Is it the... So
Just your dexterity score. It's like 16, 15, 13, whatever it is.
Okay, I got a 13.
Okay.
Sorry, so it's 12 for me.
Okay, cool.
This is so tense.
A little bit.
Okay.
I'm like, what do I do?
Laura Rustin starts to chant words. And she goes to make a willpower roll.
Oh my god. Not like this.
Making sure I'm getting these rolls right.
I know.
This is the first time we actually did combat.
First combat, everybody.
Yeah.
She begins to chant, and you start to feel your body rack in pain reflux as you like feel your body like I said, it's starting to like hurt and
Get acid reflux?
yeah, acid reflux. You start to feel this kind of pressure in your body, but then it just quickly dissipates from you.
Oh.
So which one of you has the higher
Higher. She has higher dexterity.
Okay. So you are up, Magnus. You get one action.
Take out my gun.
You take out your gun. Okay. Then we go to reflux. What do you do?
I'm trying to think. I mean, I think Lauren's definitely my primary target. I gotta assume. Yeah. So yeah, so it's you either move or shoot. Is that true?
Pretty much. You get one action. So yeah, if you want to take a shot at her, go for it.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna try to shoot at her first.
Okay. Give me that firearm roll.
Okay. How do I do that?
It would be firearm. She make a firearm check.
Oh, I see. There's a right because I have a skill. Oh, it's straight up firearms. Okay,
Yep.
Perfect. Here we go. Yeah. Nice. 34.
Over or under?
Under.
Okay. Roll your damage.
So yeah, I got a heavy pistol.
Okay.
It says skill percent is 80%. Don't know exactly what that is. But damage 1d12.
Ooh.
Oh, I have a medium pistol.
Nice.
Oh.
So let's get a 1d12 out here.
Oh, mine's only 1d10 damage.
So we got a bunch of d10s here. But
I didn't pull them out because we only used
Here we go.
percentage dice so far, and I didn't think about it.
I get it.
No, yeah. Okay. Ooh. That's a big 10.
10. All right. You fire off a round into Laura, and it hits her, and you see her just like instantly drop onto the ground.
Bitch. About time someone penetrate you.
Someone called an ambulance, but not for me.
Marissa Crest, like looking at all of this going on, she begins to chant some sort of words. And you watch. Well, let's see what this is first. Okay. You watch Agent Agnes as she begins to chant out this phrase, and you see like her nose starts to bleed, blood starts to run from her nose as whatever she's doing is chanting and chanting and chanting, and then she finishes off her words, and you watch as Reflux begins to wither away in front of you.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Reflux, you take 16 points of damage.
Holy shit, talkie mushrooms.
Oh yeah, dude. All right, I gotta find my HP. Oh wait, oh yeah. So it's based off of Constitution, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yes, there it is.
I'm assuming that's going to kill you outright.
Yeah, no, my Constitution's pretty good. I'm in perfect health at a 14 Constitution, but my maximum health is 12.
So you watch as he just like, he's sitting there, like he gets this shot off, and he looks towards you, and then you just see his face, like all of the blood and everything leave his face. His, like, everything gets sucked in, and he just becomes this, like, mummified looking corpse and just drops onto the ground.
I am sad.
Can I say final words?
Absolutely.
I don't feel very good.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's amazing.
And we'll leave it there.
Oh, shit, that was such a good death.
What?
Testing. Okay. Yeah, see, that looks good. That's the layer I'm used to.
Boobs and swag.
Unexpected Bo Burnham, probably.
Titties.
I'm going to keep all that in.
As you should.
All right.
There we go.
It's like Charlie from Always Sunny when he tries to be the lawyer.
The bird lawyer.
Bird law.
Yeah. There's a show called On Cinema at the Cinema where Tim Heidecker from Tim and Eric has a 4-hour-long murder trial. Watch it. It's one of the best things in the world. It's fucking phenomenal.
I love Tim and Eric too. Okay.
Yeah, but you need the full
History
watch
of it all.
On Cinema at the Cinema. Watch all of it.
Okay.
It's amazing.
All of it.
Yeah.
Sick.
Skid talked about that on a recent class
Yeah.
canon.
Yeah.
And I know, I think you have told me about it before.
Yeah, I started watching it when I also had a Diablo fuck it style desk job.
Okay.
Where I could just watch YouTube videos all fucking day. So I would just watch On Cinema at the Cinema. Yeah.
He's Tim Heidecker he's in episode 3 of the new season of I Think You Should Leave.
Oh yeah.
He's got a really good skit.
I haven't watched
really
that
good
one
skit.
yet.
Oh, sweet.
It's good. It's a solid season. Like, I think the third and fourth are probably my favorite episodes. The fifth is the weakest, but it's got, I don't know, there's a really good skit on there, but I think I'm the one who finds it funny. But
Well, I'm going to speed through the rest of the season pretty soon.
dude, it's so good.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought the first 2 episodes were great. My girlfriend just did not. It's like, it is not her type of humor.
Amber watched the Zipline one, and she's like, see, this is funny. I'm like, okay, I have an in.
The egg is cracked.
Yeah. Well, so our buddy Rick started watching it like from season 1. Like, I've been telling him about the show for years. I'm like, you should sit down and watch it. It's the funniest goddamn thing. I was like, Baby of the Year is one of the best skits they've done. And like, he's watching it, quoting it to me, and like, I'm in tears just remembering this skit and like all of the absurdity of it. And like, Amber's staring at me.
Fuck you, Harley Druggers.
Amber's looking at me like I'm just like the dumbest human being. She's just like, are you laughing thinking about this? Like, I'm not watching the skit. I'm laughing thinking about it.
Yeah.
She's just like so disgusted by me. Like, oh, but yeah.
I still haven't committed to watching the show.
It's
but
amazing.
The few sketches I've seen are really funny. I just watched the Pay It Forward one.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
110 tots, 55
I texted you this
Yeah, the
picture.
shirt.
Yeah.
It's like, beep, 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 beep. Come on, what's happening up there?
I sent Chris this, I think it's a tweet.
I saw the end where he's just
Yeah.
like, oh, I could run.
Somebody printed out a shirt with the list of the order. It's just the
that's
order.
Yeah.
55 burgers, 55 breasts, 55 chocolates, 55 buns.
The next level in that iceberg is a guy named Connor O'Malley.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys
I've not.
have
That name sounds
tapped
But I will check it
into
out.
that psychosis yet, but
Okay.
Connor O'Malley, if that's your thing, it
Okay,
is
I will
fucking
check it out.
That name
hilarious.
sounds familiar, but I don't know from
If
where.
it's not your thing, you'll fucking hate it.
I think so far my favorite skit of season 3 is Shirt Brothers. Shirt Brothers is the best. Like, that is the one. It's in 3 or 4.
Okay, so yeah.
But it's got the guy who plays Santa Claus. From the earlier, like, I think it's season 2 when they're
is it
doing
the old methed out looking guy? Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, Last
After all that.
last episode, you guys got a lot of deets. Ran into some Delta Green.
Ooh.
They were rude.
Yeah.
I
Some
don't
heavies.
like them.
They were rude, yes.
Agent Ravage and Agent Catfish.
Yes.
Those are really
And
good
then there was
names.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's
There was
Ravage
at
is
least
good.
a third right there, and I believe a fourth in the Fred Meyer.
Yeah,
Yes.
we didn't get their names.
Yeah, we
I think.
didn't.
And you figured out who has that tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It was a.
Samantha
Who's
Bond.
calling
AKA
herself Laura.
Laura Rustin.
Well, I think you other way around.
Yeah,
I think
Laura
Samantha
Rustin.
Bunn is Laura Rustin's
Yeah.
alter ego for
Yeah.
Facebookage.
That's her witch person.
Yes.
That's how we.
That's her Stevie Nicks.
Yes.
I'm in a witch.
So which name?
Why you gotta bring
Yeah.
Stevie into it?
Heroin.
You know why. You know why.
Unbreakable situation.
Whenever I hear Stevie Nicks, I always think about going to. I saw System of a Down live at a Tacoma Dome,
Where are you going with this?
and I remember the bassist or the singer of the guitar player of System of a Down was like, "This song's about Stevie Nicks shooting heroin into her butthole."
Into her
And then-
butthole, dude. Yeah, she. Yep.
And so I never hear Stevie Nicks. That's the first thing I hear is that weird
Yeah.
toad-looking guy from System of a
Yeah,
Down.
saying that.
And she used to do that, and she
Actually
said
happened.
withdrawing from whatever like crazy antidepressant she used to take was worse than
I'm sure.
withdrawing from that.
I bet. Actually.
Yeah, Chris has some really weird stories about buttholes. So if you ever see him in person, go ahead and ask him what he thinks about cocoa butter.
Oh yeah.
Oh man,
Oh.
cocoa butter. Ugh.
We'll talk later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's on the
Yeah, that's
After Hours podcast.
Anywho.
Yeah. So yeah,
DG After Dark.
yeah.
you guys went back.
Dark
And
thoughts. Sorry, good.
that's THOTS.
No.
New Discord handle.